Hello, greetings everybody. Welcome here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So today we're going to be doing another episode in the series of episodes that I've been doing for the month of April, entitled My 30 Favorite Rock Bands with a Prog Influence. I think we're here on day 13. Yes, 13. Later this afternoon, we will be doing an episode of this week, which will start next week. But for today, or for this morning anyways, we're doing this. So the band I've chosen for today, for the prog element or the prog influence, is Rainbow. Yep. This is their debut album, Man on the Silver Mountain. And you've got Rainbow Rising, and last but not least for me anyways is Rainbow's what's the name of this one again? Long Live Rock and Roll. I can never remember if it's Long Live or something else about rock and roll. Anyways, those are the only three I have. It's not a coincidence that they're all Ronnie James Dio. That's just the way I am. Now, they did have other albums with other singers, Jolene Turner in there. I think Graham, I can't think of his name now. I'm drawing a blank on him. But anyways, they've had other albums with other singers. I just never have purchased them. And to be honest, I've just never seen them yet. So if I seen them, maybe I would, but I haven't. But anyways, these are the three albums that I like by them. Mostly I consider this to be hard rock. This one kind of borders on metal. Some people would even go as far as to say this is a metal album. I'm not going to argue with it. I think there's reasonably good argument to be made for that being a metal album, and I won't argue with that at all. However, there are some proggy elements in their music as well. You know, you've got some lengthy tracks here. Whenever you have lengthy tracks, very rarely this is just a rock and roll song. You know, and this one doesn't have much of that. This is pretty much just hard rock with a bit of that kind of element of I'm trying to think of the word of it, fantasy that Ronnie James Dio is known for. This album's much more heavy. It's a lot heavier of an album. Almost a proto-metal album, if you ask me. There are some, of course, some very strong progressive elements on the backside, especially with Stargazer and Light in the Sky, Light in the Black. You've got some really kind of synthesizer parts on Terror Woman that are also very progressive sounding. So this album to me has got a lot of more progressive element to it. This one is still relatively new to me. I've listened to it a few times. Definitely Gates of Babylon has some of that, Rainbow Eyes. So you've got some strong prog elements even on the covers and that. But I still think of Rainbow as being like Deep Purple, more of a hard rock metal band with prog elements, although I do think Rainbow probably has more of that progressive element to their music than Deep Purple did. So we're bookending the prog element album with two other albums that maybe not as proggy, but still proggy enough. So please like and subscribe this video, and if you can, leave any kind of comments about Rainbow or anything. We've been doing Richie Blackmore and Black Sabbath this week and Tony Iommi, so there's lots of that going on as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and we will see you again tomorrow with another episode of my 30 favorite rock bands with a prog element in their music or a prog influence. So take care and goodbye.